We price our games at the price that we know we can sell them at. We're not trying to create a museum here. We're not trying to do anything like that. We're just trying to sell our games. What's going on, guys? Dave here at the store. Looking forward to sharing the day with you today. Gonna have a pretty jam-packed day. I can see it, I can feel it, it's gonna happen. We've been slow the last couple of weeks, and typically when we've been slow for a couple of weeks, it gets busier the week after. So I am anticipating a busier day today. We shall see. I have a really nice collection that I'm putting in that Joe left for me. So somebody showed up at 4:45, Joe quickly filmed it, took it all home, priced it, tested it during the week, and then I picked it up from his house on Saturday, and I'm gonna be putting it in the store today. All right, I'm gonna get to it. All right, so I'm putting the restock away, and I found a game in here that I think I'm supposed to put on the shelves. I don't know, I feel like Joe said something about this in the last video, something about
Sonic Mania for the Switch. I mentioned that he should try Sonic Mania.
Making sure I put it on the shelves, or maybe Joe told me to buy the game, but he wouldn't do that because I'm not a big Sonic fan. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with this game. Just cleaning up the shelves a little bit and found one of Joe's pet peeves. People that don't put the games back properly. The way! All right, guys, so time to do the client requests. So first request we had here was for Pokemon Sapphire, Simpsons Hit and Run, and Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. Next we had someone looking for Harvest Moon games for the GameCube, and unfortunately we only had this one in stock, so hopefully that's one of the ones that they need. Somebody else was looking for original Game Boys. I've got the clear one right now, but I don't have any of the originals. Another person looking for the original GBA consoles, so we've got this one here in stock. Finally, we have somebody looking for 3DO items, and this is all I have in the store right now. So I've got the controller, I've got Primal Rage, and I've got pretty much a loose copy here of Street Fighter 2. So I'm gonna send pictures to all of these clients. You can message us anytime during the week, and we'll get back to you on Sunday with what we have available in the store. I want to say a big thank you to everyone out there for watching the content and for supporting the channel. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I can't believe how quickly this is happening. If you've subscribed, thank you. And if you haven't, go for it. Hit that subscribe button right now. We are releasing pretty much daily shorts at this point and 2 videos a week. We really hope you're enjoying the content. Thank you so much for watching. All right, so we have our first trade of the day here, a little mix mash of items. We got some amiibo in the box, which is pretty cool. These have been selling pretty well. Got a couple of loose amiibo here. We got a new Super Mario Brothers 2 loose copy, Batman, the Super Game Boy, always good to get those in. Those sell pretty well. And then a little mix mash of PSP games here, PS3, Xbox, and 3DS. So I'll be pricing all of this and putting it out on the shelves shortly. I also got a manual for this game, so I was able to complete it. We had a copy in our display case without the manual, so now we have a nice complete copy of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures. So we got a client in here from Saskatchewan, and he's going to be picking up the gold PS3. He just stepped outside to send the e-transfer. Pretty cool item. He said he's never seen it before, and I dare say that we may not see this for a very long time as well. So we got a little N64 trade in here. Nothing too crazy, but we are always happy to get N64 games traded in. Hot Wheels and Milo, sort of obscure games. Always good to get Bond. Super happy to get that one. And then a couple of sports games there, but even the sports games tend to sell pretty well for us. So I'll be pricing those shortly. All right, guys, so we're gonna do some moving around here. I'm gonna move these Xbox controllers here. Probably gonna put them down here where there's a lot of empty space. And then I'm gonna put these amiibos that are up here that are really hard to get to on that shelf, plus these amiibos that we got traded in today. So I'm gonna get to it and let you know how it goes. All right, guys, so I got the amiibos up here on the wall. Pretty happy with how they look. Really happy, actually. And then I got the Xbox 360 down here, going all the way down to the bottom. So I think these will sell a little bit better because they're more eye level. And then I put the remainder up there. I had 4 more left. So those are the more expensive ones. So I'm happy to keep those behind the counter. Plus we have all of these here. Also, sneak peek, got a bunch of manuals. Gonna film that video next. So we have a bunch of manuals going into the store today as well. We priced these at home and we're putting them in now. Just posted a picture to Facebook. A lot of really good ones here, mostly NES, but always good to get the Zelda ones and to get the map. For those of you back in the day, a lot of us had to draw that map on paper because there was no internet. So yeah, a lot of good games here, a lot of good manuals. Joust, Bionic Commando, Turtles, always popular. We have a lot of clients that love collecting these manuals, so they'll be happy to see these in the store and they'll probably come pick a bunch of them up. The day is going pretty well. It's almost noon. I've had a lot of big sales. So we sold the gold PS3 that we've had for a few months now. Somebody from Saskatchewan bought that. That was pretty cool. We sold a few other consoles, so the Dreamcast and a Sega Master System. So we're always happy to sell those consoles. We have a few Master Systems in stock, so it was really nice to sell one of those. Had another guy here, he was shopping for a while. He was looking for a 3DS for a gift. He tested a few of the ones we had. He ended up going with the Mario and Luigi one. He was really happy with that. I think it's gonna be a gift for somebody. We often get people shopping for their Christmas gifts in October and November, way earlier. This is like sort of a newer trend, especially with last year with all the supply chain issues. People are just buying things earlier to make sure that they get them. So 3DSs tend to sell more as we approach Christmas and the holidays. Definitely very happy with the sales, and I've been able to do a bunch of stuff in the store as well because we haven't been crazy busy. So we've had big sales, but not super busy. Doing well. So just got a small trade here. Got Dark Souls and Demon Souls for the PS3. And then this isn't so much of a trade, but we've had these for a while. I just forgot about them at home, to be honest with you. So brought them to the store. They're all sealed. Gotta say, it also amazes me that this Mighty number 9 game is not worth all that much. Every time I see it, I recognize how much of a disappointment it was for a lot of people. Anyway, it's sealed. So while it's not busy today, another thing I might tackle is this section up here. What I'd like to do is actually have a full row of PSP up here. I had a few PSP games traded in today. I'm gonna have to borrow one of these shelves from up here, which I'm okay to do. The stuff that sits up here, people typically don't even see it. So I'm gonna grab probably both of the white shelves and put them over there, and then I'll put that one black shelf back over there. I'll let you know how it goes. Alright guys, just had a pretty nice sale. We had somebody that purchased all of these NES games, put them on the spreadsheet, came to $195, obviously awesome. And what I thought I'd do is just basically put Joe at the end of each game. So when Joe goes through the sales sheet tomorrow, he'll get a good laugh about this. Honestly, some of the games are pretty good. Romance of the Three Joes, I'd play that game. Alright guys, so this has to be one of the most eclectic trades we've had in a while. This is actually 2 trades from 2 different clients. So I'm going to highlight first of all that we got a Coleco in. It's fully tested, works great. And we also got these games in, which is really awesome because we don't often have Coleco games in stock. Honestly, it's really good to get those in. We also got these Super Nintendo games in. Nothing too crazy here, but they're all games that'll sell eventually. So it's always good to get some more great cards in here. This Jim Power game, that's probably the most obscure of the lot there. Got Paper Mario Sticker Star complete. We got a couple of Genesis games. We also got a Genesis Model 1, which I have not put in the picture here. Got the Ring Fit Adventure here. These are not selling anywhere near what they used to, but I was able to give the client a bit of credit for it, so he was happy with it. And then we got these here. So we got a PS5 controller, which is awesome. This is our second one we've had traded in. Got this Game Boy Color game here, Dexter's Laboratory, and always good to get copies of Mario 64. We always need more N64. So I'm gonna post pictures of this to Facebook and I'll be pricing it shortly. Just wanna highlight these 2 games from the Coleco lot. These are games that we haven't had possibly ever at the store. They're not very expensive games, but definitely neat. Pepper 2 and Time Pilot. I'm gonna go look up some gameplay because I'm very curious about these games, especially the Pepper 2 game. So I want to address something that's happening in our shorts feed. We're getting a lot of feedback on a lot of our shorts, and like 95% of it is positive, as you would expect, right? A lot of people remembering games, they're enjoying the content, etc. However, anytime I post something with a high price tag, it blows up and it becomes this like, bah, what are you doing? How could you charge that much? And so I wanted to share with you some of the comments because I honestly find them humorous. Also, there's a geography lesson in there. So stay tuned and you'll see what I mean. Basically, I posted a short showing off some of the higher end games that we got traded in a few weeks ago, many of which have sold, including Cowboy Kid, the Batman Joker game, Contra Force. A lot of different games sold from that collection actually that weekend that we put them in, right? And a lot of people were saying, like, you know, one person said ripping people off the American way. And then someone else said, even at US dollars, the Cowboy game is $100. It's not $100. I can tell you that we paid much, much more for that. And we did sell it for $650, and it sold that weekend to a regular client who's going for a full set. The game was in mint condition and is extremely hard to find. It is legit rare. Another person wrote $25 for an NES game. Here in the Balkans, you can buy one for $7. What's the matter with you in America? So number one, he's assuming we're in the United States, which we're not, we're in Canada, but game stores in the United States are also pricing games at the same prices that we're doing because that's what they go for. We responded, we said, we're in Canada. There are several NES games that go for $100 or more because a lot of people just don't know that, right? Yeah, sure. Most of the games are like, you know, $15 or less, but there's a lot of games that are expensive, right? And then someone responded, you can buy some in America for 50 cents. It just depends on the game. True, I suppose. We don't really sell them for 50 cents here, but I suppose you could go to like a store and maybe they have tons of copies of like Silent Service and they're selling those for 50 cents. And the best was that someone said, because we sort of responded, we said like, we're in Canada, we're not in the United States. And we're not saying it rudely, right? And then someone said that Canada is in America. And then we responded, Canada is its own country. It just became this like tit for tat, right? Like America's a continent. Sure it is. It's North America or South America. So like, which one are you specifying? Joe responded to one of the guys. He said, North America and South America are continents. Invest in a globe ASAP. I just find the whole conversation like legitimately hilarious because who cares, right? And it gets back to the whole question of pricing games and what you price them for, because we price our games at the price that we know we can sell them at. We're not trying to create a museum here. We're not trying to do anything like that. We're just trying to sell our games. We have to buy these games, usually from collectors, so we have to pay a pretty good amount for them, and then we have to sell them and make our profit. You know, someone else said there are many crappy games which are highly valued, like the NES Flintstone game. True. I like one of my responses. I said, providing a service, sourcing games for collectors, pricing games according to their current value, the Canadian way. It's true. All right, guys, so if you watched our vlog from last week, you'll know that Joe predicted that Shane would purchase this game, and Shane actually came in and he did not purchase this game. So it is still available. But I will say, Joe said that if he did have it in his collection that he wouldn't sell it, and sure enough, Shane already had it in his collection. And he said it's a great game. All right, guys, so we got this Genesis traded in today. I didn't have a chance to test it because it was so busy in the store. Just gonna test it now. And I'm gonna play everyone's favorite game, Sonic the Hedgehog. So far, so good. Sega, there we go. Sega team presents. Nice. Sonic the Hedgehog. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you my sick Sega Sonic skills. Whoa, look at me go. Jumping, everything. Best platformer ever. There we go, I'm running, I'm jumping. Oh my God, this is so much better than Mario, it's unbelievable. Here we go, here we go. Big jump. Precise platforming at its best. Yes, yes. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, so much fun. All right, look. You can totally roast me in the comments. I don't hate Sonic. I really don't. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't even drink a lot of tea, you know what I'm saying? All right, so I've finished moving the PSP up here with the two shelves, and I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. We've got all the PSP up there, plus the loose PSP. And then over there at the top, we have just one shelf holding those few games there. All right, guys, so it's about 3 o'clock. Sales have been pretty steady, actually, surprisingly. We've had these bursts of people coming in, and they've been spending a good chunk of money. We sold the Xbox One bundle from our sale, so now we only have the PS4 bundle left and then a GameCube bundle, and those will sell in the next couple of weeks. The guy was so excited to get it. He saw it on the floor, and it was like 140 with I think close to like 15 games. So he was pretty excited to get that. And yeah, it's been pretty good. That Coleco trade, I mean, that was pretty awesome. Like, I know that it's not the most desirable console for people, but you know, for us just to get that in is pretty awesome. We'll see what else happens. It's been, like I said, it's been steady, then it dies down, steady, then it dies down. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get some more trade-ins, but you know, if we don't, that's all right. We've had some good trade-ins already today, but I will definitely let you know what has happened. All right, so we got another little trade-in here. The highlight here obviously being Super Smash Bros. Melee, which I actually happen to be playing over there. And I got the original going up there. So also got this game Godfall, haven't heard anything about it, but it's nice to get another PS5 game. So I'll be pricing these and then put them on the shelves shortly. Hey guys, so just want to talk about something pretty cool. So Aerotech, a streamer on YouTube, was in the store. He was live streaming. He was here with a couple of his buddies. He bought a whole bunch of racing games. And it was pretty cool to see him. We had some good conversations. It's always cool when another YouTuber stops by. So pretty happy to see him. If you haven't already, check him out. He's on YouTube, Aerotech. All right, so here's the question of the day. And this one sort of came to me by accident because it's been happening a lot today where people come in and they're buying games from multiple consoles. And I thought I would ask the question, do you collect for multiple consoles? And do you collect for multiple consoles by different companies? So there was a guy here, and he said he collects like, you know, Coleco, PS5, I think Genesis, Game Gear, so everything that you can imagine. He also got an NES game. Basically, the question is, do you collect for multiple systems? All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to be heading home soon. Thank you for watching. Truly appreciate it. We'll catch you next time.